Tonight's Wicked Thrill takes us to one of Nevada's most haunted hotspots and the most haunted hotel in the Las Vegas area, the Boulder Dam Hotel.
Why does that sound like it's in our room?
That was just on. It's almost like the wind got knocked out of me. Website?
We're just worried about ourselves, not worried about the video. We are in room 219 and we're trying to see if there's anybody here with us tonight. Would you like to say hello? We just unloaded the car. We're just checked in to room 219, which is supposed to be the most haunted room of the entire building. When we asked the front desk for 219, because we weren't sure if they were going to give us that room, she literally goes, "So you want the spooky room? We're in for a big night. Hopefully we get some sleep, but we'll see." Right off the bat, we're starting creepy. Cool. All right, folks, 219. Where are we at?
Now, the Boulder Dam Hotel opened its doors in 1933 at a time when Boulder City was booming with activity during the construction of the Hoover Dam. But the hotel wasn't just for everyday travelers. It was built to house, first and foremost, VIPs and high-profile visitors who came to witness the construction of the Hoover Dam. Over the years, the hotel, however, suffered much decline through a series of owners, adding each a chapter of their own to the hotel's history, including suicide and murder. Despite tough times and despair, the hotel was eventually restored and added to the National Register of Historic Places. Today, it is a boutique hotel, but if you ask locals and past guests, this hotel isn't just preserving history, it is holding on to something else entirely. They say the tragic events and deaths during the dam's construction have left a lasting mark here, leading many to believe that the spirits of the workers and past visitors never left.
Oh my God. Look at that entrance. The room is isolated. It is the only room in this hallway.
Fucking just open the door.
Ready? Jesus Christ. This room is huge. Did you see that? You think we should sleep with the door open just in case? I don't want to close it. All right. We've got light, folks.
Let's take a look into room 219. It is massive.
Hello. There are ghosts with me here right now. One could be sitting literally right next to me and I have absolutely no idea. Now, the room in and of itself is a very basic room. I don't even want to look. You look, you tell me what's in there.
Random mirror here. The way the mirror is literally looking at back like somebody was doing some crazy magic shit right in here. Look at that. Now let's talk about why we're both here. Over the years, both guests and employees have had experiences that are nothing short of chilling. Many report feeling unwelcomed upon stepping into the lobby, almost as if something or someone wants them to leave. So first creepy thing of the night, I just sat down to talk about the hotel and we just heard a creak by the hallway. Again, this hotel is very old, so we have no idea what any of these noises can be. It can be a rat behind the wall for all we know.
A creak in the hallway in the room. The hallway room, not the hallway outside.
Inside this room. So
like as if somebody was just like walking.
Like
what?
You're just freaking me out.
Now, rooms 209 and 219 seem to be the ones with the most paranormal activity. In these rooms, guests have reported ghostly hands grabbing at feet and feeling a heavy presence lingering in the air. Now, we are right now checked into room 19, and I can tell you that being in this room definitely has a vibe that is just not the happiest. Perhaps some of the most widely known stories in this hotel are the stories of Tommy Thompson, who used to be a night clerk at this hotel before his passing. Now, many guests have reported feeling the presence of Tommy Thompson as not a comforting one, but rather a heavy presence lingering among them, causing them to want to check out with no other true explanations or feelings. And speaking of that base,
What?
I feel like I heard something really weird.
I think that was outside.
That felt like really not outside.
That was outside.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It definitely didn't. It felt like it was, I don't know. You just like stand right there and don't move.
What Joaq didn't understand at that moment wasn't that it was just a noise that I had heard, but rather a looming presence standing right beside me. However, nothing could prepare us for what was about to happen next.
Why does that sound like it's in our room? Why does that sound like it's in our room?
So right now we're hearing, is my mic on?
No.
So we keep hearing music and it sounds like it's coming from the room. So we're gonna pause real quick and we're gonna go check out.
I don't hear it anymore.
Let's go check it out.
It sounded like a radio, like skipping through like different stations.
Yeah.
Why does that sound like it's in our room?
Let's find out. Is anybody in here? Seems fine. All right. Well, it could have been outside, could have been the radio. We're not sure, but if I hear that radio once, I'm going to unplug that.
We had to turn on some music for ourselves because I am not kidding when I tell you I have full body chills. I am freezing out of nowhere right now. You're not cold?
No.
I wish I could show you. I have goosebumps. Like, you can't see, but I'm freezing.
We're just worried about ourselves, not worried about the video. But I'm just saying, but if we don't do this, I don't want to do other ghost videos again. Because
Right.
clearly you don't.
Right.
I'm not going to get mad.
At that moment, I knew that if there was any chance of us continuing this video, we had to step outside for Pow to clear her head.
On the second floor, this hotel has a little reception sort of area. I feel better leaving the room. Do you? It almost
A little
feels
bit.
like we've read reports, and it could be just like, your mind playing tricks on you, but in that room, it does feel very heavy. The second we left, I'm not shaking anymore. I'm not cold. I'm stressed out. I'm so stressed. Something really unique about this hotel is that it is not just a hotel and a speakeasy in the basement, but we also have a museum in the hotel. So technically, you're sleeping in a museum, but each room has a different little exhibit. Shut the f up. That was just on 2 seconds ago. This, I don't know if you caught that, but this was on. We just walked past this and that was turned on.
The light.
Yeah, like the billboard light, that was turned on. And I even said to myself, so I was like, oh, that's so pretty, it's still turned on. And now it's off.
You think the guy from upstairs is following us? What's his name again? Tom?
Okay. Get yourself together, pal. Okay. So you have a beautiful lobby, a museum. What was that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I heard something down there. But that TV's off. But I heard like, I don't know, it almost felt like a can or something opening, like that was weird.
Should we take a look?
There's nobody there. We were just there. There's nobody there, but I definitely heard as if somebody was there.
The night is young and we've already had little weird experiences so far, but we're about to really find out if this place really is haunted and if we're going to experience something or not, because this is going to be the game plan. We have 2 items that we're going to use to try to communicate with any sort of spirit or any sort of paranormal force. We bought a spirit box, and that picks up radio frequencies and EVPs, so electronic voice phenomena. The other thing is we have cat balls. So you know those little toys that light up? If any of those light up at any point without us getting close to it, then we know something or someone is there.
This hotel is 91 years old. Yes, we are sleeping in a nearly 100-year-old hotel. This building isn't just preserving history, it's holding on to something else entirely. Now, they say the tragic events and the death. I can't speak. I don't know what's wrong. It's almost like the wind got knocked out of me. Once again, as I tried to continue talking about the history of this hotel, it was as if something was stopping me from speaking.
I can't do it again. So.
We are standing in front of what is our room on the 2nd floor. We have the entire section right here. We left all the lights turned on, and we said that we wanted to make sure that the lights were still turned on when we got back in. And as of right now, it seems that the lights are turned on. So that's a good sign, right? At least from the outside. And I do want to just point out that this town... What happened?
No, it's just the light. I thought it was moving.
Oh, Joaq is testing me. What I'm trying to say is that it's 11 o'clock at night and this town is a complete ghost town. There is absolutely nobody around. Once we take that spirit box out...
There's no going back.
There's no going back.
I see.
Is there anybody that would like to communicate with us today? That was radio.
Radio.
Kind of shit my pants for a second. Is there any spirit that would like to say hello and tell us your name? You want to speak to
Maybe
it?
the ghost doesn't want to play. I gotta say, it is getting cold right now, like extremely cold, and the town is dead. There's nobody around. So if there's anybody that's gonna communicate with us, this is the perfect time. Because there's no being shy around here. Is there anybody here with us who would like to communicate with us? Maybe tell us a story.
What did you hear?
It just got louder. Is there anybody who maybe worked at the Boulder Dam who would like to tell us something? It's okay, don't be shy. get a little closer to the front. Maybe as we get closer to the building, we'll catch something. All right, we're coming to the front. Is there anybody who would like to talk to us?
What happened?
I heard noise, but... Is there any friendly spirits who would like to communicate with us? It is 12:01 midnight. It's so empty and quiet right now. It just brings me back to the accounts that we've read from both employees and guests that the moment they walk into the lobby, they feel unwelcomed. Tried to find a spirit out there. No luck, so we're going straight into the room. And so far we've had a couple of creepy things happen to us, but now with the spirit box and the cat toys, we're gonna see if something comes to life here.
So when I purchased these, I thought it was a great idea. Now, I'm really second, double, triple thinking this thought process, because if one of these actually goes off, I might run out of here. I don't think I'll make it through the night. So, like we talked about earlier, they move very easily and they can trigger the lights. Where are we gonna set them up?
We will be checking these out throughout the night consistently to see if any of them have moved or light up. All right.
I literally just want to go sleep in the car at this point.
It is exactly 1:17 in the morning. It's time to test out the spirit box inside of the room, the most haunted room of the building.
Now, as you saw, we were walking outside of the Boulder Dam Hotel, testing out the spirit box, calling out to anybody who might want to speak to us, and
nobody returned our call.
Nobody picked up the call.
They ghosted us, is what happened. We are in room 219, and we're trying to see if there's anybody here with us tonight. Would you like to say hello? Is there anybody in this room?
What was that?
You heard that?
I heard that.
All right. Well, that might be a station, but we'll see. Is there anybody in this room with us right now?
Would you like to tell us your name?
Nothing yet, folks. Anybody in here by the...
So what I want to point out is that a spirit box is essentially a radio.
Yeah.
So
it picks up radio frequencies.
Picks up radio frequencies and helps with the white noise. However, when you're sweeping, that is how it will allow basically a spirit to come in and communicate through that white noise. So sometimes you'll catch what sounds like something, but it's really radios. So you have to really distinguish what it...
So it's not that simple. Just because you hear a voice does not mean that it is a spirit on the other end. So, is there somebody here with us? Does anybody want to come here next to us and tell us their name?
Do you like that we're filming?
We promise to keep the conversation short. Just give us your name.
While asking for a name, we were immediately jolted by a moving sound behind us.
We promise to keep the conversation short. Just give us your name.
Was that a spirit trying to communicate with us in their own way?
Was that you making a noise? Is this you, Tom? Are you in this room with us?
Is that radio?
Can't tell. We heard a voice. Do you want to say that again? Okay. Do you want to give us a name? Are you here with us? Let's take a quick switch break, and I think we should change it to the AM.
AM?
Yeah, let's change it to AM. So far, we heard a voice. I am pretty sure that was a radio voice. We also heard a noise behind us when we asked the question, but is that it?
So see how AM is
Yeah.
a lot more difficult?
Yeah. Is there anybody who wants to communicate with us right now? Who's in the room with us? It's a little hard. I feel like it's because we're getting so many radio frequencies here. Any of the mining workers who want to communicate and say hello?
I mean,
Any of the mining workers who want to communicate and say hello? Is that somebody here with us?
Now, while we couldn't make out what exactly was being said at this moment, some days it's me, come be with me, or don't play with me.
One thing was certain, we were no longer alone in this room.
Do you want to repeat yourself?
website?
Did you say website?
Is that radio? Or is that
can't
someone
tell.
saying website? Website? What website? Our website?
Did you say the word website, or were you trying to communicate something else? It's too hard. All right, let's change it back because I think this is extremely difficult to get any type of voice here. So we're gonna go back. I say we try for at least a few more minutes before we that is definitely radio.
That was radio.
Now, in that moment, we were 99% certain that it was radio transmission coming through.
It was just too clear.
But after checking the tapes, we realized that the voice transcended through different sweeps.
Was it radio?
Or was it something else?
Tired and sleep deprived, we thought communication was lost and decided to call it at 3 a.m. But checking back the tapes, we realized whoever was in the room with us wasn't finished communicating with us.
Is there anybody in this room who would like to communicate us before we turn this off?
In fact, they were just getting started.
Ooh, all right. So, as you can see, the sun is out. We got a solid 2 hours of sleep last night, falling in and out of sleep, thinking something was going to jump out at us. Luckily, nothing grabbed our feet, nothing choked us, but I will say I did feel very uneasy all night. I did not feel comfortable one bit. We did check on the cat toys. Nothing lit up and nothing moved. However, we wanted to try at least one more time with the spirit box before we check out officially to see if we catch anything at all, because it's not over till it's over. Is there anybody who wants to tell us their name? Do you want us to leave the room? I thought I caught something. I did hear two voices, but I can't confirm.
If there's somebody in this room, would you like to give us a signal that you are with us?
Doesn't have to be through the radio. You can flicker some lights.
That was weird. The camera caught like a really something weird on the radio right now. It like
Flickered?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was, but I was just recording B-roll of the radio that had turned on last night, and it just changed the time randomly, like to a different to the number 75.
That was creepy as hell.
What we didn't realize at the time was that the digital clock switched one other time, and coincidentally, it happened to be both right as Joaq left the room. Even weirder was the moment caught in the playback where we heard unintelligible voices right before it syncing with a radio transmission and the glitch.
As we've literally been taunting these spirits, telling them we're leaving, thanks for showing us nothing, like other than what we last night.
That was weird. And we tried it multiple times, so it
Yeah,
wasn't...
yeah. I like went back again multiple times to see if it was just like a thing that happened with the camera, but
it was not the camera.
that was not the camera.
That was weird. All right, I think it's
I
time
have
for us to get out.
full on goosebumps now.
It's
It's time to leave. Message, we're leaving. We're leaving.
That was weird.
I want to blame it on like technology, but like
Yeah, but the thing is, you didn't blow it up.
yeah, and it didn't do it again. And it was like after we've literally asked them multiple times, and it was like the radio, like of all the things.
It's as if the ghosts knew
They
we
knew
were
we were
looking for
trying.
them, and so they would give us little signals through the radio,
Through the radio.
but they didn't want to
That-
come out and talk to us.
During the spirit box, now we don't know if this was a portion of the radio, but we did hear the word website.
Website?
And in my head, I just keep going, because do they know? Like, because
That were YouTubers.
Do they know about the YouTube and
Yeah.
they're saying website? Like, is this going on the website?
We don't know.
We don't.
We don't know. The thing is, there were so many voices like mixed in with the radio.
With the actual
So we
radio
don't know what
frequencies.
was an actual voice and what wasn't. That's unfortunately the problem with the spirit box.
Right.
But you know what? I mean, I think the biggest regret with the spirit box, or just overall the night, was that we didn't stay on it long enough.
That is true. This can take hours. Sometimes spirits, it will take immediately. They'll warm up to you immediately and start speaking right away. Or sometimes it can take, like I just said, hours for them to
Right.
warm up to you and
Right.
Come out and say something.
Yeah, I really was looking forward to speaking with Tom specifically, since he
maybe
was
in the
a
daytime.
mischievous one.
But
Right.
at
But
night,
he didn't wanna-
I was kind of there got to a point in the night where I was literally shaking like a chihuahua, and
Yeah, it got a little bit too crazy at the end there. Like Powell was literally like holding the spirit box like this.
I couldn't.
Creepiest moment of the night was when we were sitting in the living room area, and we swore that there was somebody outside listening to music or changing radio stations, and we realized that it was coming from the wall next to us.
Directly connected to our room. There were
Which
no
was
cars
basically our
outside.
bedroom.
Like this is a ghost town. There was nobody outside.
Why does that sound like it's in our room?
I froze. What I should have done, I should have grabbed the camera earlier and ran into the room. We took our time, so by the time we kind of grabbed everything to go check it out, it was already off.
Yeah.
And that kind of connects to what we were saying earlier, with when you were zooming into the clock,
And it just
how it
glitched
just like it's
randomly.
literally the same item. Leaving Boulder Dam Hotel, we have more questions than answers.
Who was in room 219 with us?
Okay.
Just give us your name. Why did it appear to target Powell?
It's almost like the wind got knocked out of me. I have full body chills. What would have happened if we kept talking?
We may never know.
The light just turned on. Over there.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. But that's probably just a hallway light. But this is... Will we survive? Do you think?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's see.
Let's go.